welcome to episode number 102 of LolGals.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we'll just go with it, like 102.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the best podcast on Still Connected.
Yes.
Clearly.
So it's been a minute, girls. We haven't really recorded.
I know, and so much has been going on. It's nuts.
Yes.
It's
But
nuts.
yeah, I had cancer. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
I'm all
God.
better now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank God.
I too have poly blah 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 Vera. I have cancer Vera too.
Show me your medical records then.
Yeah.
Prove it.
So given with today's introduction, we're clearly talking about Boogie.
Oh my God.
Who is excited for the Medicare stream tonight?
Is there a Medicare stream? Oh, I'm excited. I didn't used to watch. I'd never watched Medicare actually, right? And I didn't really know much about him. But oh my God, after that stream on LolGals, I was just like, wow, okay, wait, this guy's got voice. He's got personality. I mean, this guy is. Why haven't I watched him before? He's so. He's just awesome. Like, holy crap! And he was funny. So nice to Boogie. Like,
well, that's funny because he's generally not that nice. So even Andy was like, "Wow, he went soft on him."
Really?
So we'll see how hard he goes on him tonight. But I never listened to Medicare until I started dating Andy. So
yeah,
I totally get that. But he's great.
Yeah. He seems really cool. So I am excited to see it. I didn't know that. Is he supposedly talking about Boogie?
Yeah. So about how all this started or occurred, you could say, it was a funny way that it went into this Boogie allegations because originally what the LolGals were doing were responding to Keemstar's rant about them the night before. And then it transitioned to them bringing Destiny on and blindsiding Boogie. And Destiny just straight went into, I don't think you have cancer.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys react?
No, as soon as I saw Destiny go in, I was like, oh shit. Because I watch Destiny sometimes as well. And I mostly watch like the channel, like the clips chat, like the last night on Destiny. And sometimes I'll watch him when nobody else is live, even if he's talking about something boring, because like there's always a good chance that he's going to get into a debate with somebody about something. But like as soon as he went in, I was like, oh shit. And I was late. I didn't catch the very beginning of it. And I saw when I clicked on to LolGals is when he was going in on Boogie. And so I tweeted, I was like, holy shit, Destiny's going in on Boogie. And I was like, oh my God. And then, and like the fact that Boogie like just shut down, and I was like, that's a liar getting caught out.
The look on his face, he was just like, he was just so like defeated and just.
Yeah.
And you could tell he wanted to leave.
And it's so like, I get that like, like Tommy and Keem and them, like they know Boogie on a different level. So like they know him like on a personal level. So I get that, oh, you feel bad for him, whatever. But I was just like, this mother effer. How dare he? Like, just show it. And then the fact that Boogie was like, yeah, I got it right. Like eventually he was like, yeah, I got it right here. And it's right here. And I'm like, okay, show. And this guy literally scammed his fans. Like at first I was like, I don't know if that's really a scam. Like, did he really? I don't know if it was a scam for him, but fuck it. I'm going to call it a scam now. But like he literally did it $10,000 because he was like, I need the money. And his whole, everything that I've known from Boogie, because I didn't watch him back in the day either. So like everything that I know from Boogie is, I need money. Bro, you got offered up to $80,000 to show proof privately to one person. It didn't even have to be Keem. It could one person. That's it, privately, not even show it to the world. And he's like, no, my dignity. That doesn't count because
my
it's private.
privacy.
Like,
do you know
it
what was
doesn't.
pissing me off? It was pissing me off when like they were like, "Oh, can you just show us?" And he's like, "Sure, I could, but I'm not going to." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
But you're not going to because it's not written on there because you don't have cancer.
Exactly.
No sane person would turn down that amount of money just to show a little fucking diagnosis that says I have cancer. Come on.
Like,
He
and
had
it's
the- he had the opportunity to like totally kneel on Destiny, and he didn't. And Destiny is not going to get shit like that wrong. Like, since when has Destiny ever been wrong about things? Like, factually.
But I mean, when he's wrong, he corrects it. So, but and usually it's a matter like, and typically when Destiny's wrong, it's not like, oh, Destiny said this thing as a 100% fact and he got it wrong. Like, I'm sure there's times in his past where he's done that, but from what I know of all the times that Destiny's got something wrong, it's usually like information that he got wrong, but he was in the process of learning about something and he was like, oh, so this, I guess this, you know, whatever. And then come to find out like a few days later or something like, oh, so it wasn't that. Okay, cool. But it was this. All right, got it. But that's really all. It's like, it's nothing. And me looking up because I was looking up all the medical stuff too, especially when like I was looking at Arkansas prices. I was looking at the Affordable Care Act because like I every time something happens with like healthcare, like a lot of people talk about like trans healthcare and stuff. And I'll look at the Affordable Care Act, you know, what often. But I also look at it for insurance purposes, like for helping my friends, like when they're like, oh, my insurance denied me for this. And I'm like, what was the blah, 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 and how did it go? And then I'll look to see if it's something that's regulated to be like, well, here's a way that you can get it taken care of and you can get it paid for, you know, like to look at loopholes, because like the healthcare system is full of loopholes that you can kind of extort, I guess. I don't know another word for it. To get what you want out of your healthcare in different ways. Like there's all kinds of loopholes. So I was looking, and then come to find out that when CoffeeZilla dropped his next video about Boogie, come to find out Boogie showed him proof of a copay. You don't have a copay if you don't have insurance. And that's what I thought the whole time was Boogie didn't have any insurance. Nah, you got insurance. So, and in 2022, I haven't looked at like 23 or 24, but in 2022, the Affordable Care Act regulated like your max out-of-pocket costs. That's like for the whole year, how much you pay out of pocket for your entire insurance. So like it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, $10 copay for an X-ray and $15 for this or $20 for this, whatever the amount of all your prescriptions and your copays and your deductibles, there's a max amount that that insurance companies can make you put, like there's a max amount. And in 2022, it was $7,000. So if he had cancer in 2022, now he might not have had insurance at that time, but regardless, it was 2022. We're in 2024. Biden's still president. You know what I mean? So like, I'm assuming the max out-of-pocket expense for 2024 is still like $7,000. That $10,000 would have taken care of all of his healthcare needs for the entire year, and he'd have $2,000 left over to spend.
What a total loser.
What a loser. Like your little woe is me, I have to pay for all of this insurance stuff. Like, bro, it's cancer. If it's cancer, you know, it's like diabetes. That's like, hello, your healthcare is good. Like there's things in your healthcare that are going to be more expensive. Sure. Like if for some insurances, Vyvanse, which is a very expensive ADHD medication, some insurance will make you towards like, they'll, you know, make you pay $25 every time you fill it up. But then towards the end of the year, if you haven't met your max out-of-pocket expense, boom, all of a sudden you have to pay $1,200 for a 30-day supply. But that's because it's at the end of the year and your insurance is going to try to get you to pay that max out of pocket expense. You know what I mean? So like but regardless, he has insurance currently. Also, he was talking about his family doctor being the one that diagnosed him. No, your family doctor doesn't do that. Your family doctor, your primary care doctor, is a physician, whatever. They're not a hematologist, okay? They're not a blood doctor. And that's who will, that's where you go to get your testing. That's who looks at your lab results. That's who really, it's a hematologist. That's a blood doctor. That's where you go for blood cancer. And
like a specialist doctor that you see once off, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's just lying. And it's so easily proven. And then he's like, he was looking for his diagnoses. I'm like, bro, just look at your lab results. So much fucking easier. What are you doing? Like, hello. It would be like if you can just show your lab results, and like people that know how to read lab results, even people that don't, would be able to like Google what the test was and see. Like, it's just, Boogie drives me nuts.
Boyfriend was diagnosed with secondary polycythemia. And
wow.
like Boogie was saying like oh well, I have to get blood tested every month, and it's like, no, all you have to do is just donate blood. And you are right, Jesska. Your primary care doctor wouldn't tell you the diagnosis. It would be the specialist that would tell you that.
Yeah, because your primary care doctor is there for like, your typical things. But if it comes down to something like diagnoses and stuff of other, severe things, then you have I have a hematologist that's currently trying to find out what's wrong with me. Like, we haven't figured it out yet, but I have my primary care doctor. I said, hey, here's this stuff that's been going on. Here's all my symptoms. And then, and she initially wrote a lab report so that I went to go and I did a blood panel. She did the initial one. When it came back and things were kooky, that's when she said, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer you to this hematologist and to kind of further test this to find out what's going on. And that's how it usually works. But Boogie's family doctor that he's been with forever, like, oh my God. And it's just so fucking nuts to me that, like, it's such a blatant lie. And if Keemstar and Tommy and Destiny are right, and he initially was told, I think you have this blah, 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 whatever.
Polycythemia.
And then Boogie looked it up. Like, yes, when I tweeted a few months ago, like, what was the diagnosis that Boogie said he had? And people told me about it. When I looked it up, I saw the regular blood, the blood disorder, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see the cancer one. So I was like, wait, this motherfucker ain't got cancer. What? And I was about to tweet it, but I was like, wait, let me look more into it. And I saw that it could lead to cancer. Like, it could. And then I saw the polycythemia stuff, and I was like, okay. And I was like, and so I do believe that Boogie was told, I think you have this. And then he went to a hematologist or a specialist to get further diagnoses. But as soon as his primary said, I think you might have this, he went and made the video, said he had cancer, said everything about that. And then and after that, because that's what he thought he had. And then he goes to the specialist and he's like, oh, so, what do I have to do about this cancer? And the specialist is like, well, we don't know if it's cancer yet. Let us do some more testing. And he was like, oh, fuck. I already made my YouTube video saying I got cancer. And he didn't want to back down. And one of the weirdest things that people do that pisses me off so much is like like if they get stuck in a situation where they're wrong, where they find out they're wrong or they fucked up real bad like that, there's people out there that they can't backtrack. They can't be like, yo, my bad, I fucked up here.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it would be shitty. Like you would get so much shit if you had to say, hey, by the way, that video where I said I had cancer, my bad, I jumped the gun, I thought it was, here it is. Yes, there would still be people that would be like, you're such an idiot, blah, 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 blah. But it wouldn't be this. Yeah. It wouldn't be where you're at now. And but now
he's been carrying this on for 2 years though.
Yeah.
Liana, and what's interesting, I was looking at Cope and Steve, he posted this. So now originally in November of 2022, Boogie announced on a tweet that he had cancer. He said, hey, so I debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do, in fact, have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. Then 2 days later, he's saying, I wonder if his opinion would change if he knew the entire reason I've been so worried about my money is that I was told I likely had cancer. So 2 days later, he's walking it back and kind of saying, oh, I likely have cancer, rather than 2 days earlier, him saying, I have cancer. Yeah. So it looks like he realized pretty quickly that he didn't really have cancer, but he never corrected the record.
Well, and the way that you find out if you have the cancer is if you do the bone marrow biopsy.
Yeah.
And Boogie admits on LolGals Live that he hasn't even done the biopsy yet. And it's like, okay, so then how do you even know you have cancer? You don't even know.
That's another thing. According to Boogie, right? And this makes it worse for him. And I don't know why he said it, because this makes it worse. Like, he does not think, okay? But according to Boogie, he requested that test, the bone marrow test. Like, it's a request. He said, like, yeah, I wanted, I asked for it for him, if we can do the bone marrow test, just to make sure that there was no other reason why those blood markers were there. Like, bro, you saying that says you're not diagnosed with cancer, but also you told CoffeeZilla that was the test that you really need to pay out of pocket for. But that's a test that you didn't even really need, that according to you, that you requested to have. And yes, that's an expensive ass test.
It is. It's like $2,000.
Yeah. And so like, it's just like, you're just digging yourself into a hole. And like, and according to, is it Review Tech? Is that the other LolGals?
Yes.
Okay. According to Review Tech's wife, he said,
no,
Boogie told her,
Rings
of Redemption. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, Review Tech USA is a
he is.
But okay, according to Wings's wife, Boogie told her that he's going to get this test and that's the only test that can confirm if you have the cancer.
Yeah.
And so Boogie is going, like, if that's all true, what's going to happen is he's going to go and get that test. If he finds out he actually does have that cancer, he's fucked. Because even if he comes back online and is like, hey guys, and shows proof, nah, bitch, you had your chance. You had your chance. No one fucking cares. Die.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares anymore. No, you had your chance. You lied. You could have been like, okay, oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I did jump the gun there. I'm sorry, you guys. And you didn't do it. And you're that hill that you wanted to die on. Yeah. Even you can get buried on that hill with your cancer if you have it, because there's no chance. Because now his issue is he has to prove that he had the cancer in 2022.
Yeah.
But if he comes out and he shows a 2024 date for a cancer diagnosis, okay, and go back offline. Go back offline. Nobody cares.
It also doesn't negate the fact that he like scammed his audience too.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's just
like
fucking nuts.
And then gave the reason that it was like, oh, I have cancer before he even knew he had cancer. So it's just like, you're a shit person. It's always weird how like, because on LolGals Live, he was like saying, I'm gonna die on that hill, and it's like Tipster said that on their show.
He's like my new Tipster.
he has the tipster curse. Like, you
Yes.
don't want to go on LolGals Live and say, I'm going to die on that hill, because you're going to actually die on that hill.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
I wonder who's going to go on LolGals Live now and be like, they like end up being like a pedo and they're like, I'm going to die on the pedo hill.
Well, that's it, according to Brian.
Oh, speaking of which, let's talk about those too. So there was drama that happened a few days ago, right? And
what happened though?
so apparently like Badwick had a Wall Smashers episode where Skelly is like the new, has been added to Wall Smashers. By the way, really good Wall Smasher, my favorite one. But during that episode, Badwick asked if Byrne would if Byrne knew that Matt Pitt was falsely accused of lolly or being a pedo, if he would help him out. And Byrne was like, no, I don't owe him shit. And then Matt had an issue with that, which I also have an issue with that. But what do you guys think first?
But I'm just confused what Byrne's original issue with him is.
So Byrne's original, we had I did a stream with Flatley last night. But I also was part of the call where Byrne and Matt went at each other. And like Byrne's issue, he claims that it's because, Matt dips his toes into a bunch of drama. But it seems like what the real issue is it all stemmed from there was a debate, like Sen and Byrne were on Badwick's channel, and Badwick had asked Matt to come on, and so Matt went on. Matt and Leigha was there too.
Yes.
But yeah, Matt didn't really say much. Like he added like one or two things, but Byrne's issue is that really what it comes down to is they also, I guess, later on did a now recording episode and like mentioned and talked about Byrne. And so, and I think that's what everyone's issue when it comes to Matt is, well, Matt talked about me.
So like,
True.
I will say during the debate, because like, yeah, I was part of it, and Byrne has never told me that he had an issue with me being in the debate. I will say that Sen was like insistent that Matt Pitt and I be there. So although like Badwick added Matt, there was like a hesitation with Matt and I on whether we should even be there. And Sen was like, no, I want you guys there. Yeah. So then that's when we were there.
No, that's because Sen doesn't like talking to someone one-on-one. He has to have other people there that he thinks will agree with him.
Yes. So I don't understand where Byrne is like pissed off at Matt because Matt was in the debate, and it's just like there have been times like because Matt Pitt has like his toes into everything. Bro, he's now recording. Like when Liana and I were first fighting on Twitter, who was there? Who wanted to be on the stream?
Yeah.
Matt Pitt. He was like,
Could
hey.
you imagine if we did?
I wussed out. I was scared of you. I was like, no, I'm not going on there. Yeah, I wussed out. And then I was also like, I'm not even mad at Liana anymore. So then he's like, okay, never mind. Yeah. So it didn't happen.
But that's like everyone knows, like now recording is literally the replacement of Spurg Alert. That's really what happened. Like now recording blew up, but like, and no one ever had an issue with Doc doing it. Doc on the radio. No one ever had an issue with Doc doing what he did. But it's so weird how when Now Recording does it, it's a different thing. And I guess maybe because Now Recording takes care of like the smaller spurgs, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, when it comes down to it, like if you're gonna deal with the smaller spurgs of the community and talk about them, you kind of gotta expect that they're gonna spurg out about it, you know?
Yeah.
So but yeah, that like no one ever has an issue with Matt, or everyone when they have an issue with Now Recording, it's always Matt. It's never BYRNS, it's never Toxic, it's never Core, it's never any of them. It's always Matt. And it's like, well, he's the one, like he's not even the producer. Core's the producer. And you know, BYRNS, the way I see it when it comes to BYRNS and Matt says the thing as nicely as possible. BYRNS says it like goes unhinged with, like he says it the mean way. You know what I mean? So like Matt could be like, oh yeah, no, Jesska Pizzle, like she's kind of spurging out. BYRNS be like, nah, that's a crazy schizo bitch, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So like, that's not an actual example, but that's like kind of what I'm saying. And like nobody ever has issues with those guys. It's always Matt, and I think it's because when Now Recordings record, like when they're on, Matt's doing a lot of the talking, but he's not really doing a lot of the saying. He's not really saying much. He's just doing a lot of the talking. And I don't know. I get it because I was there. I was the one that, like, there was a point when I was pissed off at Matt. You know what I mean? And there, you know, there's different things, but you know, when you look back at it, it's like, oh shit, it wasn't even Matt. It wasn't.
So I feel like Burn is like taking steroids and he's roid raging like I used to. Because like I literally don't understand why he's so mad at Matt, because he's been doing this like I haven't been around since like the Lio Convoy stuff on my channel. I've been like super focused on my channel. And then I've been busy with work. But the last time I spoke to the AWT guys, Burn was like talking shit about Matt Pitt. Like he would say, he would say stuff like, I wouldn't donate money to Now Recording, or you wouldn't call me donating money to Now Recording. It's like, bro, like, okay, you don't have to donate, but like, who cares? Move on.
Jealous.
Yeah. And like he was like he, like, a lot of people were like, Burns' thing was like, why, like, your issue with me was I said this one thing about you on Wall Smashers, like what the fuck? And it's like, well, no. And I tried to explain it to him. I was like, well, no, his issue with you, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, like, yeah, if you're gonna, and I, like, when it comes to, like, if you just listen to that debate and you didn't know that Burn was slying, like making little slights at Matt behind the scenes or every once in a while, you know what I mean? Then you know, oh yeah, no, that's kind of weird. Why is Matt mad about that one thing? But it's kind of a fucked up thing to say when it's like, when you specifically say, when it comes to this person specifically, I wouldn't defend them over this. That's kind of fucked up. But also, it wasn't just that. It was like a buildup of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, but you know, people don't really think about the things that they don't know that someone else knows. So like, if you're talking behind someone's back, you know what I mean? And you think that they don't know that you're saying these things. Once that person flips out on you, once you say something publicly, of course you're going to be like, whoa, what's all this? Like, I just said that I wouldn't defend you over pedo stuff. You know what I mean? And so I, like, it was such a weird thing. And I want people to learn to, like, kind of take a step back real quick and look at what the thing is, not just with Matt, but with anything. Like, it's easy. It's very easy to be like, oh my God, you're spurging at me for one thing. But then if you take a step back and you think, wait, how much do they, like, oh, I was actually talking shit behind the back. behind their back a lot, or here's this tweet where I kind of made a little slight under in the comments, or here's this comment under their video where I, said this, or here's this other, podcast that I did where we kind of shit on their podcast kind of thing. Like when you start thinking about all the other stuff that you've done, then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't just that thing. Maybe because like men tend to hold on to their feelings to the point, and like they'll let things go and let things go and let things go and let things go, and then they blow up. You know what I mean? And that's and that's why women are better. Like when we have issues, we explain our issues right then and there, and then.
I do think Liana makes a good point where like maybe Byrne is jealous of Matt. So just the one thing that like really bothered me with that whole situation is if he knew that Matt Pitt was like being falsely accused of being a pedo or a lolicon, he wouldn't do anything about it. And it's like, bro, I don't think you realize that there are commentary people kind of look out for other commentary people. Like, actually just yesterday, Savannah Marie fucking tried to freaking, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. You have to bleep that out. Sorry, editor. Savannah Marie tried to falsely accuse Chris the Narc of like saying a threat towards her, and it wasn't even a threat. And guess who was in? Guess who was there helping, like supporting Chris the Narc through this whole situation? Xylee.
Oh,
Xylee. And also a little bit me, but nobody really pays attention to me, so it's more Xylee, right?
Yeah.
So then it's like there are commentary people look out for commentary people, and the fact that you're sitting there being like, oh well, I don't owe you shit, I wouldn't look out for you. It's like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. Like
that's so unhinged to say. Oh, if someone had pedophile allegations against you and I had evidence to say that you weren't, I wouldn't come forward with them. That's such a fucking unhinged thing to say.
It's like if you felt that way, like privately, like deep down in your heart or something, like, okay, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's you. But like to say it publicly, I think that's what the thing is. It's like, because can you imagine like finding out that someone that you don't think you did anything to dislikes you to that level where, and it's so weird. It's so, I would never say that. I would just never say that.
It's just to myself.
Right? Like, no, like, and like, it's not about, oh, well, I don't, you don't owe anybody anything. But that's the thing. Like, you said it though.
Yeah.
Like you made a point to say it out loud. Like, so then of course people are going to take issue with that. Like anytime, if you were just like me saying like, oh, if Boogie actually does have cancer, I'm just going to keep on shitting on him and bullying him. You know what I mean? Like, like some people are going to take issue with that. They're like, oh, that's messed up. Or like, if I like see someone like having like a mental breakdown, or like I see someone doing something and like privately I'll be like, oh my God, that person is such a gay ass. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say it publicly.
No,
I wouldn't either. I keep my unhinged thoughts to the private.
Yeah, like some of you losers out there, I want to curse the F out of you, but I hold it in. But yeah, I just think it's messed up that like he wouldn't look out for Matt. And then also on top of it, on the Chugga Conroy stuff, he's like, oh, nobody cares about my coverage. And it's like, bro, okay, I'm going to tell you, nobody's going to care about your channel besides you. Okay. So don't go around trying to look for recognition and being like, oh my God, look at all this stuff that I'm doing with my channel. It's like everyone is focused on their own channel. Yeah, we're happy for you, but that is that. Please stop going around trying to look for bigger creators to compliment your coverage or hold your hand and oh my god, Gamer from Mars is falsely accusing me of being a lolly or defending lolly and oh, you guys have to help me and right? And then we go and help him and then on top of it, he's like an ungrateful little shit and it's just like Matt Pitt, you're a dick. And it's like, bro, like and Jessica, you made a good point yesterday when on Flatley's stream where you're like, Matt Pitt's not going to want to help other people. It's like, no, he's not going to. And I wouldn't blame him. There are some people that are just so freaking ungrateful. And it's just so, it's horrible. Like, I bet you, and I hope this doesn't happen. I literally hope this doesn't happen. But one of these days, I guarantee you BYRNS going to get in trouble with YouTube and he's going to have some kind of strike with it against him, or I don't know, maybe he gets in trouble or gets demonetized or some shit like that because YouTube is always pulling their shit, right? And they're just horrible. And guess who's he's going to turn to? Commentary and be like, help me guys. Help me.
Didn't Matt help Brian when Gamer from Mars said falsely accused him of liking Lolly?
Yes, he did. So
that's what he did. Yeah, so like there were other people that also like reached out, but like Matt didn't just tweet. Matt went behind the scenes and reached out to like people that knew Gamer from Mars to get the message directly to Gamer from Mars. Who the fuck else is going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
No.
Thanks, Matt Getz. Hey.
I couldn't. Like, I even tweeted. I was like, yo, Gamer from Mars, you got this wrong. Please correct it. He didn't even acknowledge my tweet. And then I even sent him an email because I emailed his business email that he lists on his YouTube channel. Not even a response. Not even a response. So it's like,
that's pretty lame.
I think like Matt Pitt was like the furthest you could get. And it sucks that like you're being accused of, or there's like a video out there with like tons of views on it. And there's association with Lolly and your name because you were a dummy that left like the stream alone with strangers and they all of a sudden started defending Lolly. Like next time, maybe don't walk away from your computer while you're live with random people on it.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Jessica, would you do that?
Absolutely, but probably because I'm stupid. So
I would. That's like bringing Colton on your live stream and then just like walking away and be like, "Okay, Colton, bye."
Oh,
if I ever did that, it would probably be like Matt or Xylee or someone like that or you guys that I left alone. But I would totally do it. But I wouldn't do it with like dumbasses. I just don't understand. I just don't.
I'm sorry. It just seems Brian's jealous. I'm sorry, Brian. I think you a little jelly.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, BYRNS is with like the AWT cast, and I'm with the AWT cast, but it's just like, bro, like, move on. And I'm getting frustrated with it because like even yesterday. The AW or Chthonic Echo was like on his live stream talking about it, and Burn and Sliggins were in there, and I like Sliggins. I really like Sliggins.
Great.
And for whatever reason, Burn has an issue with Sliggins. So like
jealous.
The guys are asking, okay, what's your problem with Sliggins? And he's like, well, you're just a random person. You're a random person that came into the group. I don't trust random people. And it's like, Burn, that's not a good enough excuse. Like, seriously?
Nah, he's jealous. He feels it sounds like he feels threatened very easily and he's insecure. That's what it sounds like to me.
Maybe. I don't know. I think he's just being a total spaz. He's probably taking steroids. He's roid raging.
Why did you say he's taking steroids?
Because it totally looks like one of those roid rage moments where he's just like because I would get like crazy like that when I was like bulking or whatever,
Yeah.
and taking the juice. I like there were moments where I was freaking crazy on
Really?
Twitter. And like I think there was like one day where Jessica was like, "Leah, you're roid raging." And I was like, "Bitch, she's probably right." And I was like, I was just like, I'm not even on steroids, so L you, but you were probably right.
No, I've gotten so
Whoa.
like I started tracking my ovulation and my schedule and stuff, and I realized that the week after, or yeah, the week before my period starts is when I start raging.
Yeah.
And so I'll usually tweet like, all right, I'm in a badass mood. I'm looking for someone to fight. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
FYI, if I do find, it's like, it's kind of like a warning for all my followers. Like, by the way, if you start seeing me berging out on Twitter, it's because I did find someone worth fighting and arguing with. And that's when I say my most unhinged shit. And that's where most of my drafts come from. Because boy, oh boy, my drafts are unhinged. Yeah, and I'll like type it and I'll be like, la 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 la, and I'm like, okay, wait, no, undo. Thank God for Twitter Blue giving me that amount of time.
Jessica, like I'll never forget the day where you're like, oh, there are times where I've typed up like a spicy tweet and I pushed enter and then like it doesn't tweet, right? It does that little error thing.
Yeah.
And that's like a sign from God to tell you not to tweet that
like,
thing.
Yeah, I get that sometimes too. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I hear you.
I seriously take that as a sign. I'm like, okay, I won't tweet this, God. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I don't know. When do we think the Boogie BYRN collab is gonna happen?
Never, because BYRN's not that big.
BYRN will feel threatened by him.
Lord. I want as soon, like, because Boogie was following me before he deactivated. As soon, if he ever comes back, the second I'm doing it is I'm sending him a message being like, give me your stuff. Let me see your stuff. And let's have a conversation about it. Let's go.
No way.
I want to see it. I will sign a contract that none of this will be public. I want to see it. Give it to me now.
Why would he do it for you if he wasn't going to do it for anyone else?
Dude,
because I'm a girl and I'll annoy him into it. I'll manipulate him into give it to me.
He'll say, I could. Sure I can. But I'm not going
to. Going back to Boogie for a second, so when all this was going down and he was like getting canceled on LolGals Live, I like when the crypto scam started, I was just like, oh my God, you have to go follow Boogie because he's most likely going to go private. So I followed him, right? And I was like, okay, I'm set. He's gonna go private, but you can still see the tweets, right? And then he was like getting canceled for like this stuff. And then I wake up, right? And while he's getting canceled on LolGals Live, he fucking deletes the Twitter. And it's like, bro, like you could have just gone private. I followed you for no reason. Literally no reason. I hate it.
Do you guys find him creepy?
Yes.
Even before he started dating Desi?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I think it's weird that like every time when he got into it with Mudahar that he went in Dojangles.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Like I don't well, it's not that I don't like her. I just don't think of her. I'm indifferent with Dojangles. But like I just think it's weird that he just like jumped in her DMs and stuff.
He's
and then I don't know, like the stuff with his girlfriend is just like, I think you're an enabler. Like people are saying she's like really innocent and feel bad for her. but I think she's like deeply manipulated by this guy.
Yeah.
And like, I think because she has been manipulated by him, that she just enables his shitty behavior.
Well, he even said himself that apparently she has arrested development, which I think means that her mind isn't as switched on as other people's, or
Yeah,
she can't understand things very well.
maybe.
That's kind of. Wait, is that what arrested development is? Let me Google it.
Stockholm syndrome, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. But like, if they have a kid, do you think they're gonna name their kid Gypsy Rose, and then that kid is then Boogie's gonna like be the mom and be like, "Oh my god, my kid has cancer," and then like
No,
get money from all these charities?
there's no way Boogie can have sex. Let's be honest.
You probably can't. Like so there's like this video that I posted on my Twitter where Boogie's like singing this song about his dad, and like his dad died of lung cancer, and he's like he's singing about it, right?
Saw
And
that. I saw that.
he turns the camera to like his girlfriend, and like she's like dancing like a stupid ditz, right? I think you're right, Liana. I don't think she realizes what's going on or what he's
Or
actually doing.
well, apparently, arrested development means, well, it does mean that the plateau of development in some sphere has been reached, so that her brain doesn't develop as well or has reached its peak development, lack thereof. I'm
Yeah.
looking at Wikipedia.
Yeah, she
Um,
kinda looks deformed, so
oh,
maybe.
that five head, I can't.
Yeah, like tic-tac-toe head. Oh my god, we're gonna get in trouble. Like,
Yeah,
we're
stop being
we're being
mean.
so
Stop being mean,
gossipy.
Leia. Come
Dude,
on.
I'm spicy today. I don't know why. Maybe I'm roid raging now.
Nah.
No, I'm off of it.
Spicy Leia is great, Leia.
Dude, yeah. But okay, so what else do we think about the Boogie burn stuff? Any final thoughts?
I think I think I successfully manipulated Byrne into believing that his issue with Matt is a non-issue, and I think that Boogie is going to come back once he gets his bone marrow test,
Once
and
you pay someone $100,000 to give him
yeah,
a
and then
present.
and then, but he shouldn't. I think that and Boogie's channel is still up. So,
Yeah.
and he said he was going to delete it, and he's stupid. And I think, what's his social blade? Hold on. I wonder if he's lost.
Oh, he would have had
Okay,
to have lost subscribers
so
easily.
while you're looking up the social blade, Liana, any final thoughts for you?
I think about the Boogie situation, exactly what Kim and a lot of other people were saying, that he thought he had cancer, and once he realized that he didn't potentially have cancer, he did not correct the record and just played along with it.
Yeah.
I guess for sympathy baiting, and I think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Byrne, or whatever his name is, I think you a jealous little bitch.
yeah, like little
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
My final thoughts are, I think my take on Boogie is like the same that I had in the video, but I think he has secondary polycythemia, and he gaslit himself into thinking he has cancer because he looked at WebMD.
Yeah,
MD.
he WebMD'd himself into a diagnosis.
Yeah. And then now he's like, "Oh shit, they caught my ruse." He like kept it up for 2 years.
Yep. Now he's
Okay, so what is the social blade?
He hasn't lost. It seems like daily he's only losing like 330 according to Social Blade subscribers. So he hasn't lost a lot of subscribers at all. And he's still getting views, but that's because people are probably downloading his videos in preparation for him deleting his channel. Yeah. But he did say, he specifically said that in about 3 days my YouTube channel is going to be gone. Well, it's not. So just another Boogie lie.
Delete your channel, you little bitch.
Yeah. Go away. You're not allowed to come back.
Okay, so another side topic before we go. Jesska Pizzle got the Pauly Shore follow.
I did.
How do you
I
feel
love
about
it.
it?
I was like so excited. I didn't, because usually like there's like a lot of times people will be like, oh, do this and I'll follow you, and they usually never do. Like Pauly Shore came through. That guy's awesome. He's just awesome. He's a treasure.
Oh my God, fuck you, toxic piplup. He just
What?
posted 15 seconds ago under the name Boogie2988. I'm back. Yes, the cancer was never real. I do
No,
not
toxic.
Go
Do
fuck
not do
yourself.
this to us again.
It's still paying me. Imagine if I announced that and didn't realize the handle.
I'm gonna gaslight people and be like, "This is real chat."
That's so funny.
Fucking toxic.
Do you think Pauly Shore is gonna watch LolGals? Oh my God! Why did I say LolGals?
He absolutely should. Yeah, if he doesn't. I think it's important that he should. We are the best channel on YouTube. 100%. Best podcast.
Oh, easy.
Yes.
We're probably the only podcast on YouTube that doesn't have pedo allegations against any of us.
Neither of us are lolicon enjoyers because we all hate anime equally. Okay, so I'm the only anime hater.
But I watch decent anime like Kaiju number 8 and shit. I don't watch shit like, oh, how is my little sister so cute? I don't watch that bullshit. I watch decent anime like Kaiju 8 and Windbreakers and
Death Note.
and Death. I did watch Death Note, yeah, and stuff like that. But I don't watch this weird fucking dweeb anime. So
oh my God, before we go, because we have to play catch up. Did any of you guys catch how Lyrics mixed up the Italian flag for the Palestinian flag?
No, but that's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I would just end my stream right there. I just quit. I'd be like, nah, that's too embarrassing.
Oh my God.
All right.
Dumbass.
We can end the episode with laughing at Lyrics because he's an idiot.
Idiot.
Lyrics? Couldn't be me.
Dude, we're gonna get in trouble. People are gonna listen to this and be like, they're causing drama.
Good. No, look, the only person that's really gonna watch it is Queeman, and all he's gonna be like is, oh, they're not even really saying anything. Not even really saying anything. Oh, mushmouth. Oh, I just can't. Oh, so fucking, I can't even listen to it. Nobody cares. I don't even care. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
These women are in their 40s.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one.
Bye. Love you.